Tiffany of TipStitched, and I recently bought some new fabrics, which I'm always supposedly not doing, but somehow they magically show up at my house. So I figured I might as well take a second and show them to you guys. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. So the first fabric I'm going to show you, unfortunately, I have already cut into for the project that I purchased it for, but I still wanted to show it to you. So here are some scrap pieces because it's currently on my sewing table in pieces. But this is a stretch taffeta that I grabbed from Fabric Warehouse Direct. So it says it's stretch, but if you see, this is the selvage. So really this is the selvage edge, and it doesn't have stretch along the grain. It has stretch on the cross grain. And as you can see, it's really not very much stretch. It's just like a hint of stretch. So I am making a dress with this, and I decided to cut my bodice pieces on the cross grain to allow for that little bit of stretch. I hope I don't regret that. That was just sort of a guess. But anyway, you can also see that it is this sort of, they call it violet. Fabric Warehouse Direct calls it a violet. And it's sort of like a purple yet lavender, as Mariah Carey says a lot. It's sort of purple, but you can see here on the selvage edge that there's some pink in it. So it's a lighter purple. They also have a purple and they have a fuchsia, and this is sort of like right in the middle. I liked it for the event that I'm going to because it's a summer event and I needed a like semi-formal dress, so I went with this. Taffeta is really light, so it doesn't weigh much, but it has a stiffness to it. So I'm hoping that it is going to pull off the look that I want for the project that I'm working on. So that's that one. Next up, I have some more fabric that I ordered online, and this first fabric is a crepe de Chanel. I do not know why some crepes are crepe and some crepe are crepe de Chanel. If somebody knows, you can please inform me in the comments. But this was gorgeous. I really picked it for the print. Let me hold it up so you can see it. They're this nice cobalt background. It's a nice weight. I mean, I love a crepe. And it has these really bright chartreuse, yellowy green sort of flowers with some turquoise flowers. I'll bring it closer to the camera. So there's the main flower. It's a really large print. I'm really into large prints right now. So I think this is really cute. I can't wait to work with it. I don't know if they still have any of this on the site. I believe they had quite a bit of yardage of this. So this was from Fabric Mart. Like I said, this is going to be my May post for Fabric Mart. You guys know I guess blog with them. And it's going to be a caftan. It's actually going to be Simplicity 8505, which is one of the retro ones they brought back, I think, last season, that has the big sleeves and sort of the Charlie-like waistband here. The closet case Charlie sort of has that with the gathered. It's sort of that look, but it's a maxi. So I have 4 yards of this because that caftan is going to take a lot of fabric. And I wish I could do this vertical. Maybe this should have been an IG stories. But I think that's going to be so cute as a caftan. And perfect for summer and hopefully vacationing. So there's that. I also grabbed some more fabric for Fabric Mart while they were shipping my blog fabric. And I originally grabbed this because I love a double brush poly, and that's what this is. And I love a geometric print. So you can see it's sort of like interlocking C's or like a chain or something. And I really like that. But when the fabric arrived, the colors were much more muted than I expected them to be. For some reason I thought those pinks and violets were going to be a little brighter than they actually are. So now I'm not sure that I love it as much as I thought I did when I ordered it, which isn't Fabric Mart's fault. It's probably mine for making a rush pick. They were having a sale at the time. But I do love the way double brush poly feels, and I bought 2.5 yards of this. So it could be a dress, it could be a shirt, it could be a pair of leggings, just to lounge around the house in. It may end up just being a cute pair of pajamas. I don't know. It feels great. I'll still use it somehow. Alright. Next up are some things that I picked up here locally, and this fabric I am absolutely in love with. I bought it from Topstitch Studio and Lounge here in Atlanta at Ponce City Market. You guys know I love them. Shout out to Lee. This linen, oh my gosh, like I don't even want to drape it over the mannequin. I just want to hold it myself. Is gorgeous. I'm going to bring it closer to the camera. It is a striped linen. And first of all, I love linen. I think it's great for the summer. I love the fact that it's striped because you guys know I love stripes. And it's a nice neutral, sort of muted, like a burnt orange, a mustard, and a navy, like all just nice classic colors. And it's more like a natural linen or an off-white background. It's not like white. And the moment I saw this, I knew it would be perfect for this Vogue pattern that I've been feeding for since it was released. And that is Vogue 9357. I love the version that the model has on, and I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to be using this for. I love how they played with the stripes. See how they go chevron for the bodice and straight across for the yoke, and then the skirt is sort of cut on a bias so it flows. Anyway, this is going to be gorgeous out of this fabric. This fabric was pricey for me anyway. So I might actually make a muslin, you guys. Shock and awe. I might make a muslin. Just to make sure that I get the fit right. But honestly, Vogue usually is pretty good. Like, as long as I go by my fitting measurements, I'll double check to make sure they have a waist and bust measurement up here. I'm sure they have a bust, but I'll double check to make sure they have a waist for the waistband. If that's the case, I almost might not muslin, but again, I spent in my mind a fortune for this fabric, so I'll probably at least muslin the bodice. I won't do the skirt. All right. Also, well, that's all I got from Topstitch, but I did also go by Fabric Joint, which is in Decatur. So right outside of Atlanta. It's on Memorial Drive. And I don't go there often, honestly, because I think I try to convince myself it's not there. It would just be one more place for me to stop by and shop. But I happened to peek in there the other day because I had just received 2 of my Style Sew Me patterns, the Naomi and the Brie, and I was super excited to get both of them, and nothing in my stash quite worked. Either the fabric worked, but I didn't have enough yardage, or I had enough yardage, but the fabric didn't work. So anyway, great excuse to buy new fabric to make those patterns. So here's another piece of fabric that I've already cut because I've already made one view of the Naomi because it has a dress and a jumpsuit, and I used this chartreuse fabric for the dress. And it's done. Hopefully it'll be on the blog soon. I've just been super busy and I haven't had a chance to take photos of anything. I actually have 2 dresses that are done and just never got photographed. But I love this color, this bright chartreuse, and I'm seeing it everywhere like it's in the flower of the blue crepe fabric, so it's definitely like a hot color right now, as it probably always should be. This is maybe a stretch poplin. Fabric Joint doesn't have their stuff labeled really. There is a slight stretch. It feels like a shirting or a poplin. You can see it's not very thick. It has sort of nice drape. It's still a little stiff, but I love the color and I love the stretch. And if I could get really good and zoomed in, I probably should have done this on a flat surface. You can see there's a little bit of texture and slubbing in this fabric, like a linen, like a really natural linen. So I like the way this looked. The dress is done. It needs a couple of tweaks. It needs to be hemmed, and then it'll be on the blog. I also grabbed this stretch denim chambray. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's black, right? So it has like a black rinse. Let me pull it up so you can see it. It has a very denim finish. It's lightweight, but it does have a slight amount of stretch. And I'm really excited about that. These are going to be pants, although I really considered making the Naomi jumpsuit by Style Sew Me out of this as well. The pants I'm going to make I can't show you because they're actually a pattern test, and of course I have to make them and wait for them to release them. But when you see this fabric again, you'll know. I've already made the pants for the test, but the fabric that I used was a little heavy, and I'm hoping, even though this has a nice weight to it, that it gathers a little bit more and it'll hang in a different way. So you'll hopefully be seeing this soon. And then last up, I just have some houndstooth Shelly because, actually this may be a, this is probably more like a polyester. I don't think this is rayon. And that's because I'm a sucker for houndstooth and it's a big check. And I saw it and it was $3.99 a yard. So I couldn't help myself. Literally, I couldn't help myself. I just had to have it. So I don't know what this is going to be. I think I got 2.5 or 3 yards of this as well. Most likely it's going to be a dress, but something about a houndstooth jumpsuit is sort of screaming at me. Like, I don't think most people would like that much houndstooth from head to toe, but like I said, this is my absolute favorite print. So I don't know, it could be like a really modern looking Afghan are, I don't know, some kind of woven jumpsuit, maybe a pair of wide-legged, really drapey pants, and I can just pair it with some solid tops, red, black, mustard, whatever. We'll see. But I had to have it. It was like I said, $2.99 or $3.88, something like that a yard. So you can see they're nice big houndstooth checks. It's a little thin, but not super thin. So yeah, see, you can't see through that. So it's like a polyester, like a silky fabric from Joann's, like just any of their silky polyester kind of fabrics. That's sort of what this is. So that is all, you guys. I just want to do a quick share. Bye.